So we're just going to do some, we're going to do a mobility warm-up to do before the S&C session. So I'm going to take you through these exercises in real time, and then the session itself, I'll just do a short demonstration of each exercise, and I'll separate those videos and put them on the training plan, and you can, watch how to do it and then do the whole set yourself. So first one for this warm up is we're going to do knee hugs. So for these we're going to do 10, pulling the knee up towards the chest. That's 2, that's 3. So making sure that you're pulling the knee to the chest and not the chest to the knee, which is really important. I'm always trying to use these mobility warm ups as part of the training. So a lot of people, they kind of don't warm up, or can't see the point in these, but this is literally part of getting better, becoming a better athlete. So we're actually mobilising and moving better through doing the warm up. Okay, so that's 10 of them. Next one, we're going to do thoracic twists. So clasp the hands in front. This is a standing version, and we're just going to twist round, look over the shoulder, and again we're going to do 10 of these. Not twisting too far at first. If you've got any sort of pains or strains, don't push through that, but each time, within reason, try and twist a little bit further. And we're looking over the shoulder, so you're basically always looking in line with those hands, and the whole upper body is twisting round. So 5 more of these. Okay, so next one, this is where a little bit of injury prevention comes in. So we're going to start thinking about the knee alignment on the lunge. So we're doing another knee hug, global balance as well. Then the arm's going to go overhead and we're going to lunge forward, thinking about that knee alignment, not letting it wobble. Okay, and we just switch onto the other side. So once we've done 5 on both sides, that's 10 in total, then we're done with these. So these are really good because you're starting in a high knee position. So this is what we've got to work on a lot in running. And also you're maintaining that shoulder mobility as well. So that's 4. When you go into your lunge, we don't want those arms to come forward of the head like that. You want those hands to be behind. So you should feel your shoulder blades retracted and nice straight back. Okay, 4 more of these. Each time, just lunging nice and low. The knee doesn't need to go on the floor with these, but going close to the floor. And this is the last one. Cool. Okay, so next one we're going to do is, just remind myself. Oh yeah, right. So we're going to go into a on the floor lunge. So the knees down and basically hip flexor stretch. Push that hip flexor forward. And then we're going to do aeroplanes. So the hands go out either side of our plane wings. And we're just going back into these rotations, just trying to mobilise the back and the neck a little bit. So we do 10 with the legs in this way, and then we switch the legs around and do 10 more. So you get a good hip flexor stretch, but you're mobilising the back a lot as well through doing this. Okay, great. So we go into 10 with the other leg forward. Just get that nice hip flexor stretch first, nice upright torso. And keeping the head neutral, so we're not turning the head left and right, head's kind of staying neutral between the shoulders. Two more of these, 1, 2, cool. And I'll just check the next one. Right, okay, so our next one is inchworms with the walkout. So these ones we do quite a lot. So we start in like a press up position, and then we walk the feet to the hands as close as you can manage. So at the moment I'm quite tight, so I'm only going to go to there, but each time I do this, I'll go a little bit further. Then you walk the feet back away from the hands till you're back in press up, and then see how far you can walk those hands away but don't collapse. Just go to as far as you can manage, and then walk the hands back in, and you can walk the hands to the feet or the feet back to the hand. And each time I can feel myself getting a little bit closer each time. So we do 5 of these in total. So now we're really activating all those core muscles and mobilising the kind of posterior chain as well. Really important to try and keep the back straight. So you can kind of cheat these like hamstring stretches and stuff by really flexing the back. We want to try and keep that back nice and straight. Okay, so that's 3, so we'll just do 2 more of these. Feel the core really engaged, shoulders warmed up. And the body's just stretching off in lots of ways, which is really good. So we'll walk out, and then we'll walk back in, and we'll just do 1 more. And the last walk out. Cool. Okay. Whew. Okay, next one is so kneeling thoracic rotations. So we're on all fours, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, like this. And then one hand on your head, just resting on your head, and bring the elbow to the elbow, and then the elbow round, point at the ceiling. So we do 10 on one side, and then we do 10 on the other side. So back into really mobilising the back and the hips by doing this. And each time judging it by feel really, but each time seeing if you get a little bit more motion, range of motion from doing the twists. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we switch onto the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. So our next one is the frog walks and twists. So we're going to do 5 of these. So these ones we do quite regularly as well, so probably remember. And you can have your legs slightly bent on these if you want, or you can have them straight, doesn't really matter. And we're going to step the foot to the hand, get a nice sort of lunge in there, so you're stretching kind of the adductors, the groin area, and then we're going to take the opposite hand away and look at the sky or the ceiling. So foot to hand, get a nice deep lunge, twist round, look at the sky. So it's kind of 10 really, because it's 5 each side. That's 4. We're not trying to rush through these. All of these mobility moves, it's kind of about just trying to get as much as you can out of them. So rather than go as fast as possible, see if you can get as much range as possible. And obviously you've got to gradually build up into that. So essentially what we're doing in this warm-up is just purely by doing all these moves, we're gradually raising the heart rate. We're activating the muscles. So you're kind of switching on the core, the glutes, the arms, the legs. And we're mobilising all the joints. And also we're potentiating, so you're giving, in this particular warm-up, you're giving yourself a little bit of body weight to have to manage, which is what the session ahead is going to involve. Okay, so next one. Oh yeah, right, we're doing seal jacks, I think. No, scissor jacks. So for scissor jacks, basically what we do is cross the legs and do kind of like a star jump. So we just do 30 seconds of these. Just get that heart rate right up. Okay, great. And our last one, it's 10 plank punches. So we're back into plank position. I think I'll show you facing on. So try and hold the knee off, plank position, if you can for this. If you want, just put your legs slightly wider apart. And then we're gonna just punch out. That's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. So stretch anything you feel like you need stretching. Make sure you've got your drink handy and we're going to the main set. Cool.